Okay.
I'm going to start with a video. And all of these videos are in Schoology in the digital footprints folder.
This is Liz. She has a surprise for her boyfriend. She hasn't told anyone about her plans, but she can't keep them a secret. Google knows Liz is planning a trip because she uses Gmail. Liz is no stranger to Google. Google already knows Liz by her email account and her internet address, and it knows her contact list. Liz's internet service provider has a lot of the same information about her, including her full name and street address. When Liz searches for flights, Google also knows that she wants to go to Hawaii. When she clicks on a travel site to buy tickets, it knows the search terms she used to get there. The travel site also knows when she's planning to go to Hawaii. And it knows who she's traveling with and her frequent flyer status. The federal government also learns where and when Liz is traveling and who's traveling with her, and checks if she's on a terror watch list. From the moment Liz clicked on the travel site, dozens of advertising and marketing firms also have begun tracking her online behavior, with small computer programs called cookies that they have embedded in the site. These firms may not know Liz by name yet, but they know her by unique tracking codes and can follow her movements across the web. They see when she goes to another site to read about the best beaches in Hawaii and immediately start showing her ads for bathing suits. They learn more about Liz's interests when she goes to her favorite shopping site. Google, Facebook, and Twitter also are gathering more information about Liz's behavior, with share buttons they have embedded on the shopping site, even if she doesn't click on them. Facebook learns that Liz may be interested in bathing suits through its like button, even before she posts a picture of a bikini on her wall. Her post confirms her interests in bathing suits to Facebook, which immediately shows her an ad for a diet shake. The tracking doesn't stop when Liz goes to the mall. Google knows where Liz is headed because she uses Google Maps. As she drives along, a police car scans her license plate and enters the number into a law enforcement database. Her cell phone carrier, Verizon, also records her movements and includes her location data in a bundle of customer information it sells to data brokers. Those brokers then sell the information to advertisers, marketers, and other businesses. When Liz arrives at the mall, the shopping center tracks her phone's Wi-Fi signal to see which stores she enters. And when she walks into a boutique, cameras with facial recognition software take her picture and may store it for years. The cameras are also equipped with software that tracks how much time she spends in each aisle. When Liz buys a bathing suit, the store may share information about her purchase with data brokers. Before leaving the mall, Liz stops at a pharmacy to pick up a few more things for her trip. Because Liz signed up for the drugstore's rewards programs, it tracks her prescriptions and shares information with marketers about her purchases, including the home pregnancy test. And through a partnership with the drugstore, Facebook learns that the diet shake ad it showed her earlier in the day was effective. Many of the advertisers and marketers that track Liz claim they cannot identify her, but these firms have a pretty good idea of who she is. Google and Verizon have a much clearer picture of Liz because they know her email contacts, the phone number she has called, and the locations she's visited. Data brokers may know a bit more about Liz because they can link many of her online and offline activities. Law enforcement, private investigators, and attorneys can obtain an even better picture of Liz. They can gain access to her private life with a subpoena or a court order, which require a lower burden of proof than a search warrant. They can find out who she has called and who has called her. They can get location data from her cell phone records. They can find out the internet addresses of the computers she has used to go online and which sites she has visited. The picture of Liz created by this information is very detailed. She has little control over who sees it. Neither do you.
Interesting, right? Does everyone know everything that was showed in that video? Do you know about all the different tracking stuff that are used to get your data, to get your information? Am I muted?
No, no, no,
No, but me,
No.
I missed it. I'm sorry. So that's
Oh.
why I'm just waiting somebody.
So I asked a question. Were you aware of all of that?
We say no, we don't. We don't.
Were you aware of all of that information that you provide to all of these people?
no. I was aware of it, yes, but how we can control it.
Did I talk about your government representatives last night?
No,
No, we didn't talk about the
no, we
government
didn't talk about, yeah.
people that we vote into office to
You mentioned something, yes.
to
Oh,
take
that-
care of
You said
us.
something about it.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't.
I didn't know exactly like that, but I suspected. I suspected that for some reason, how is that I am looking a video today, and tomorrow I will see something related, you know. And then I was asking to myself, oh, how they know that I was interested in that and such things, you know. But I don't know that it was like that.
You do something on your computer, it shows up on your phone. You do something on your phone, it shows up on your computer. But it's all in your hands. It's all in our hands. Do we want this to continue? Do we want people to make money specifically, we want people to make money from our data, our personal data, right? They finally created laws about sharing your medical information. So they can do the same thing for your digital footprints. They can create the laws to protect you. Okay, let's review what we have read so far. Before I review, does anyone have any questions about what we discussed yesterday?
No.
Okay, let's go on to review then. So we started talking about your digital footprints. And we talked about how it is the trail of information that you leave each time
Who's that? Okay, everybody's mute.
Okay, I'll continue.
Yes.
So we talked about how your digital footprints are the trail, like a little kid eating a cookie. He got the cookie in the kitchen and he's eating the cookie, but as he's walking from the kitchen to the living room, he's leaving these crumbs on the floor. And everyone can track him, okay? So he was here in the kitchen, now he went to the living room. Look at the trail. So it's the same thing with your digital footprints. Every place you go to on the internet, everything you do on the internet, every single thing that you do on the internet is tracked, and they are making all kinds of money with all of that information, your personal information that you create when you go on the internet.
But I am still wondering how can they make money?
Okay, let's talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so write it down in case if by the end of the evening we haven't answered that yet, then we'll see. So we said that there are two types of digital footprints. They are the ones that you don't know that you are leaving. And they're the ones that you consciously do. The ones that you don't know that you are leaving are things like your search history. How would you know that your search engine is saving everything that you search for on the internet? You didn't know that until last night, right? You found out last night. So it's not passive or unintentional anymore because now you know. Another way for the passive or unintentional is that they are able to log your IP address and get information about you from your IP address. And then, of course, there are things that other people say about you online that they never say tell you about. And then the active or intentional digital footprints are things that you do, like sending emails. The only reason that you can go back and look at all of the emails that you sent is because all of those emails are saved. They are saved. And that's the only reason why you can go back and look at all the emails that you sent, all the emails you deleted. When you create your profile on any of the social media platforms, they ask you for a whole bunch of questions, and too many people answer all of those questions. And they are not asking you those questions to for you to have a good experience on their platform. They're asking all those questions because they are keeping that folder about you in their digital file cabinet. So things that you have written, right? We go online, we go on TikTok, we go on Twitter, we do Instagram, and we write all of this stuff. We post all of these pictures. And we are using it, and we really don't understand the implications of what we're doing. Most people don't know the implications because nobody reads the terms of service. Nobody reads the policies. They tell you in those policies, every single thing that they do, they tell you in those policies. But it's not like we read it and we decide, well, we'll give up our privacy just so that we can use this platform. We don't even get to make that decision because we don't read the policies. And then we talked about what an IP address is. So who could tell us, who could share with us what they understand an IP address to be? What do you understand an IP address to be?
Okay. It's a numeric address that is assigned to every single computer. Let me see if I can share.
I'm sharing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
How you were saying?
That numeric address, it is given to each computer, to any kind of, to the phone, to the printer, to any kind of,
Device.
and they can, like, they can track who is using this through the IP, and how who are you connecting to. if I am connecting from my PC to the printer, they already know that the printer, that's what I understood, that the printer IPC number and my computer are connected, and that my phone is connected to my, oh my goodness, oh, it's it's horrible. It's connected with the PC, and
Okay.
in one hand is good, but in
Yeah,
another
we
one is
get the
not.
idea. We get the idea.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. So, I mean, it's like a city, a town, right?
Mhm.
You need to know every house, every building has to have a number. So that, oh, let me show this video to you. 1 second, I have a video for you. I think it's this one.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit.
What is IP address for dummies?
Okay,
What
let me
is IP?
slow this down. Let me slow it down because he has a strong accent. So I'm gonna slow it down so that we can hear everything that he says. 1 second.
What is IP address for dummies? Hello everyone. IP address is a address of any device which are connected to the network. To understand this, let's take an example. Okay, this is my house and that's your house. Now I am going to come to your house. How can I come? If I know the address of your house, then I can easily find and come to your house. Similarly, let's say this is your PC and this is my PC. Now my PC wants to communicate with your PC. How can it do that? If my computer knows the address of your computer, then it can easily find and communicate with your computer. Okay, that address is called as IP address. Not only computer has a IP address, printers, mobile phones or any device which are connected to a network have its own IP address. We can also go to a website by typing its IP address. For example, this is Google's IP address. When I type that IP address and hit enter, my computer find Google server with help of that IP address and make a copy of web page and return back to display the web page. If you got any doubts, ask in the comment section. Like my video, subscribe to my channel.
Okay. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you Google's IP address. That's obviously a permanent address that they have. I'm gonna put it in chat. So what I want you to do is open your browser and enter this exactly as it's written. Enter that IP address in your address bar in your browser and press enter after you type the IP address. Go ahead and do it right now.
Can we copy and paste?
Yeah, you can copy and paste, yeah.
Okay.
Did you connect? Did it take you directly to the Google webpage? Google.com?
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. So IP address are not important. Not important. They are necessary in order for the internet to work. Because the whole internet is a network. The whole internet is a network of computers connected. That's what the internet is. A whole bunch of computers connected and sharing, giving and getting, and that's all it is. That's all the internet is. And the way that they connect is through the IP address. Any questions? Okay. Let me see what this one was about. I'm not sure what this one was about.
Is your IP address safe from hackers? An IP or internet.
Okay, yeah, this is also about IP address.
Is your
Okay, let me slow it down. Okay.
Is your IP address safe from hackers? An IP, or Internet Protocol address, is a series of numbers that identifies your device. An IP is used to help devices talk to each other and exchange data. For example, when you visit a website, it uses your device's IP address to recognize where to load information. Every device that connects to the internet has an IP. Even your network router has its own IP. IP addresses are important, but can they be used against you by hackers? The short answer is yes. That's why you should use a VPN, or virtual private network. It hides your IP address from outside users and keeps your online activity private. A VPN sends your data through a secure tunnel to the VPN servers. The data is then encrypted and rerouted to the website you want to reach, safe from cybercriminals and identity thieves. As a bonus, internet searches on a VPN remain private. That means your internet service provider won't have your browsing history to sell to third parties. Your information is kept safe instead of exposed when there are data breaches. While it's smart to use a VPN, the good news is most individuals aren't at risk from hackers. They can't use your IP to hack into your computer or remotely control it. It is companies and websites whose IPs are usually targeted in cyber attacks. If a hacker knows a company's IP or a website's IP, they could perpetrate a DOS, or denial of service attack. A DOS floods a network with data. This overloads the network, preventing normal traffic from getting through. Whether you're online for work or personal use, there's always a risk, great or small. Let's review what you can do to protect yourself. First, make sure your IP is protected with a firewall. If your router doesn't have a built-in firewall, contact your internet service provider to find out how to set one up. Next, use a VPN, such as Secure Connection. Lastly, don't share your IP with anyone. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Protect your IP and your peace of mind.
So that was a lot of information.
Introducing the Turing Pi 2, the most
So much to understand about computers and internet, how it all works and how you can do things safely online. Okay, that last video that I showed, that one is not in your digital footprints folder. I didn't put that one in. Okay. So let's continue. Any questions about types of digital footprints or IP address? So let's go to the exercise then. Okay, so Enrique, could you read number 1 and tell us what your answer is?
What is IP address? Do you want me to read all 4 or just go direct to
the answer? Yeah.
the answer? Okay. For me, that will be number A, B, C.
Yeah, the letters are not in order.
Yeah. Number V.
B or D? D as in David, B as in boy, which one?
D as in boy.
D as in boy.
No,
D as in boy.
D as in boy, yes.
So an IP address is the special connection that each computer has with the printers that they are connected to.
True.
Did anyone else find a different answer?
Yes.
Yes, I will say A.
An IP address is a numeric address that is assigned to every single computer or any other device that is part of a computer network.
That's
Yeah.
right. Number
That
8.
sounds like the better answer.
Correct.
Okay.
I didn't look that 8.
Armand, could you, number two doesn't have a correct answer. So maybe you could tell us the correct answer because none of the 4 choices are correct. So go ahead and read number 2 and tell us.
What is an IP address used for? I want to read the A and B, A through B, and I give the correct answer. B, an IP address is used to get letters and other postal mail delivered to the people they are being sent to.
That's your answer?
No, I just read.
Just give us the answer. Just give us the answer. I already said that none of them is the correct answer.
Okay. IP address is used to allow the opening. Yes.
None of them is the answer. So just
Yeah,
give us, give us an answer.
Yes, Miss. I'm read first.
No, none of them has the correct answer.
Okay. B.
Oh, Arman. The choice are not answer, not the correct answer.
Just tell us on your own word, instead of choose ABC, because those are not the answer.
Tu as compris? Non? La réponse n'est pas là. Maintenant, de ta façon, donne ce que tu penses que doit être la réponse.
Okay, I did, Miss Yolanda, it's okay.
So you don't have an answer, Armand? So who would like to give us an answer? What?
I will say letter B as in boy. I think that's more closer to the answer.
You're not understanding what I'm saying?
I can try.
It's like receiving or sending data or like message.
Use for.
Yeah, it's used to connect to other devices.
Maybe I understand what you are saying, Teacher Yolanda. Maybe we have to say what is an IP address used for? Not reading this for.
That's correct.
Exactly. So the IP address for me is used for identify any device. I can say that.
Yeah, you can say that. Identify any device on a network.
On a network.
Yeah.
Connecting.
And remember, the internet is a network.
Yes, it's a network program.
Okay.
Numeric address.
This is something.
What?
I said, I would say IP address is for use like sending an email from one computer to the next one, like connecting from one computer to the next one, like a network.
Yeah. Okay, last one.
Address.
Last one. Gloria, could you answer the last one?
Wow. The number two, I can see the, if you can scroll up, the number to provide the duration of, provide the directions of how to view the IP address on a Windows 10 computer.
Anyone remembers how we did that?
You have to click to setting.
What?
What? Who remembers how we did it last night?
I say click to the search bar, view the network, and we go
select the search bar.
View the network and go to connection.
Network
So
connection.
you look
Network
for
connection.
You type
View network. View network connection.
And look for view network connections. Yes.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay. So let's move on. We talked about these. Online life is both public and permanent. So there's nothing private and there's nothing that can be erased because everything you do is saved. Everything you do online is saved. And at some point or the other, anyone that wants to see things that you have written, posted, uploaded, will be able to see it. So that makes it public. Also, we talked about when posting online, always think about what you are posting. Consider if it's true, helpful, important, necessary, or kind. Because when we are upset, we can really lose control and just do some crazy things when we are upset. And then later we end up regretting. But on the internet, once you have posted that out of anger or being upset, it takes on a life of its own. And you can't control it after you have posted. And things that you post on the spur of the moment, during a funny moment, or when you're upset or angry, can come back years later to affect you. Remember the chicken bone chewing thing? You might think that you deleted it, but someone somewhere liked it or shared it, and it took a life of its own and went all over the world. We're going to try to talk about cookies tonight.
Okay.
Not the cookies that that kid was eating from the kitchen to the living room. Not that type of cookie that you bake. This is an HTTP cookie. Let me put that in chat. HTTP. HTTP cookie. Let me see let me see if I remember what HTTP stands for.
Hypertransfer.
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is
Teacher Yolanda, before you continue, I have a question about what you said that.
Let me finish this first, please. Hold on to that. Let me just type this.
Okay,
Hypertext transfer. Hypertext transfer?
Yeah,
Transfer
yes.
protocol.
Protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol.
So that's what HTTP stands for. Go ahead, Yael.
Yes, you said that none can be deleted. Or I mean, I can delete something, but it won't never disappear.
Mm-hmm.
But then here in the on what we are reading here says that if we want to change something about our name or our life in Google, we can go in and delete it. Is
That's
that true?
what it says. That's not what it says.
The handout, let me see. Hold on.
Okay, no. We're gonna read it right now. We're gonna read it.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
That's not what it says, though. Read it carefully.
Okay.
And remember, everyone who uses the internet has a digital footprint. Okay, Yael, go ahead and read. This is page number 6. Go ahead, read.
When creating intentional or unintentional footprints, it is important to understand that anything that you do online is public and cannot be deleted. Also, you can leave both negative and positive footprints online. These digital footprints remain online permanently. You can how do you pronounce that? Enhance. You can enhance or improve or make better
that's
your
what
reputation.
That's what enhance means, improve or make better.
Your reputation, or you can damage your reputation in many ways. It is important to understand that you have a lot of control about the impressions about you that are provided by your digital footprints. In order to leave a positive online impression or image, do the following.
Image.
Do the following. Don't post anything.
I'm sorry.
I have it here.
Okay, there we go. I'm trying to scroll up.
Don't post anything when you are angry or upset.
Oh.
Don't post text, photos, or material that is not positive. Check with someone else if you are unsure. Google your name and try to remove negative information that you find. Read terms and conditions before joining social media platforms. Make sure online information about you is accurate. Encourage people you know to not post photos of you online and to not tag you in photos they upload. Set up Google Alerts to get notifications of every post that has your name on it. Create positive footprints of yourself online. This will provide another view to oppose the negative ones. Continue.
So you're talking about the one that says Google your name and try to remove negative information that you find. But you have to go to the people who have that information, who have the folder with that information. You have to go directly to those people and ask them to delete it. And sometimes they will, but most of the time they won't. So you go to a website and you see negative information about yourself that maybe you posted or somebody else posted. You can go get in contact with the owners of that website and ask them to please remove it. But it's up to them whether they remove it or not. But as long as they have it in their folder, it's available, it's public and permanent.
Okay.
I want everyone to go to your browser and look up how to set up Google Alerts. Go to your browser and type in the search in the address bar how to set up Google Alerts.
How to set up a Google to get an alert. Go to the Google.
Yes, Miss, you say Google?
How to set up Google Alerts.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I have something saying here.
Tell us what it says.
It says it said create an alert. Number 1, go to Google Alerts. And the number 2, in the box at the top, enter a topic you want to follow. And the number 3, to change your settings, click show options. You can change how often you get notifications, the types of sites you will see, your language. And number 4, it says create alert. You will get emails whenever you find matching search result.
Okay, did everyone else get that?
Yes.
And there are even videos that show you
Yeah.
how to do it, how to set up Google Alerts.
Yeah.
Now I want you to, in that same address bar, search, enter your name, your full name, and see if you find any information about yourself. Enter your full name in the address bar. Press enter.
Okay.
What happened?
In a Schoology, I saw my name in a Schoology.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You see how many other people with the same name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Instagram, I never been there. Wow.
And I see, you know what I see? The church that I go. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I can see my name in the first company I work. Glory. Oh.
You see how easy it is for people to find out about you?
Definitely.
How we can remove that or not possible?
No way.
One website. If you go to the website, at the bottom, they'll tell you how to contact us. So you get in touch with them and ask them to please remove it. If you don't like it, tell them to
I
remove
don't
it.
like it. I don't like the fastpeoplesearch.com. They put everything about information. That's terrible.
That's not me.
But I can promise you, you are there. If you look long enough, you'll find you.
At least they keep it for them. You know why they post it for the public, you know? They save it for them if they sell it or whatever, but why they put it for the public on the Google?
Ask God. I am schooling and the church.
Okay. So interesting, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, it is, definitely.
I see Jael going to Macy's many times.
I don't think so.
I didn't see myself. I don't see nothing about me.
That's interesting.
They must see you at least at school.
Yeah, finish with that last paragraph, please.
Sure. Things that you post online can affect you in many ways. If you have posted negative images or videos of yourself drinking alcohol, using illegal drugs, behaving that badly, cursing, presenting sexually inappropriate behaviors, etc., everyone can see these, including current or prospective employers. Schools, you may apply for admission, law enforcement, and government agencies, among some.
So prospective employers are possible employers. That's what that means. We have a whole bunch of videos this evening. I have one that is about, where is it? Okay, here we go.
Hi, you must be Jared. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks.
So this is a job interview, just so that you'll know. It's a job interview.
Hi, you must be Jared. Thank
Hi.
you so much for coming in today.
Thanks.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jared, and I'm very detail-oriented, hard-working individual, and I work well with teams too. And I'm definitely a team player. If I were to say what is my biggest strength, it would be that I get along with everyone.
So, what are some of your interests outside of work?
I like reading, writing.
Oh
I'm really involved in the
God.
community. I like volunteering in my free time, but work just keeps me so busy.
So, walk me through a typical work day.
Well, I'm usually the first in, last out. You know, I'm always talking with the cleaning staff because I work so late. Yeah, no two days are ever the same.
So, why are you looking to leave?
I'm looking for a new challenge, you know? I just don't feel like I grow as a human being there. But I think I could do well here. Like,
Yeah.
really, really well.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you.
Nailed it. Yeah, it went really well. Yeah, you want to meet up?
My goodness.
So you think employers are not doing that?
Yeah, they're doing
You
it.
think employers are not doing that?
Yes, they do.
I think they do.
They do.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Not only employers, but schools. You apply to a school.
Exactly.
Any type of organization that you want to be part of, they're gonna check you out. And that's one of the easiest ways to find out things about someone that they're not going to tell you.
Miss Yolanda, are they going to Google to search about the person's behavior, characters, and whatever the person do after work, outside the?
They're not going to enter those specific words. They're just going to enter your name, and all of that stuff will show up.
Oh, really?
Yes, Facebook and Twitter, everything will show up on when you type your name.
I see.
But it will appear on your name if you update that in the system.
If you what?
if you did, let's say Instagram, I'm not there, but if you did put your input or data in that website, then it will appear.
Didn't you hear someone say when they were looking up their name that they didn't know that they would post this stuff? It's not about just you posting stuff. Other people post things about you.
Yeah.
Do you have any control over that? No. Not at all.
Okay.
You can always go and ask them if you don't like what they posted. You can always go and ask them to remove it. But more likely than not, if they're nice, they'll remove it. I don't see too many that are nice. Any questions or comments or suggestions?
Just only be careful when you do, post it with your friend, by yourself. That's only suggestion we have. Only just be careful. Just you need to just do something before you do post it or before you do with your friends, because sometimes if you don't post, then your friend will do it.
Yeah, Miss Yolanda, excuse me.
Let Mr. Nigatu finish, please.
Okay. Okay, I thought you finished.
So before you post, that's only things. Okay, I finished now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if somebody posted something wrongly against somebody, can somebody sue the person?
You can always talk to a lawyer about that. I'm not a lawyer.
I understand.
Answer that.
Especially pictures is not, I'm sorry, Mr. Yolanda. Pictures, they don't, lie to you. Especially pictures. Posted pictures or something they can talk about you or they can write. But pictures, I think it doesn't lie about when you do that, because the person who took that picture is with you guys right there with me. So next day he posted. Because now I'm not there, I can't lie, that's why.
And before you post anything, think chicken bones.
Yeah.
Remember the chicken bones? Think. Oh,
And what happened, for example, if someone send you, someone that you don't use to get in touch, send you a message, say things that, of course, they are not true about you, and you never answer to that person. What can happen with those things?
You're talking about an email message, a text message?
Like a messenger. It happened to me.
They wrote you about something that?
Yeah, they wrote me about something that it was not me. I didn't answer. I never answered, and I asked to myself, how did this person?
Did you know the person? Did you know the person that sent
I
you?
didn't know, but she is the girlfriend of my ex-husband.
So you know the person.
I don't know her. I don't know her.
You know who she is?
Yes, I know. But I didn't talk to her. She sent me saying many things about me.
So make sure when you have time, make sure you check the internet to see if anything is posted about you. Yeah.
I never answered because I didn't, it's not my
Do you
style.
understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Check on where? On the website?
It's like what you just did now. You entered your name.
Yeah.
And search. There are many more pages. It's not just that one page. There are many more pages that you can view to see if anything like that is, and then you can get in touch with the website.
Website, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And tell them if they could please remove it, if you find it, if they could please remove it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Kokobi, could you please read the next page? This is page 7.
Okay. Colleges and employers are now checking the posting of applicants. Many universities have refused admission to applicants, and employers have deemed job applicants not suitable for employment at their organization solely from the content of the material related to or posted by some individuals. Many social media sites also have policies that allow them to claim ownership of any pictures or other materials that members post. They will achieve this materials.
Archive.
Oh, they will archive this materials in database on their databases on their servers to use them whenever they choose to for their own financial or other gains.
So everyone understands what archive means? Yes, no, maybe so?
No.
Just like database.
Yeah.
Archive means to save something. You know, like the National Archives. The National Archives try to save every single thing that happens or that's created or that's done in the United States. So they save it. Maybe in 100 years, people will go to the National Archives and look at all the stuff, just like we look at all the stuff that they did 100 years ago.
Yeah, they look for the family also. Somebody who don't know his family, his father, they say they went their archive, National Archive, so they give the name, and then I know somebody who found his father's family.
Yep. Okay, continue.
It's also important to consider online security when searching, viewing, or posting material online. Here are some things to consider when online. Consider when online. Change passwords often, use strong passwords, and never share them.
Okay, 1 second. So change passwords often. That's difficult to remember. And especially changing passwords often is, you have so many passwords and sometimes you can't remember what password you use for this place and what password you use for the other place. But it's important, it's very important. And it's also very important that you use strong passwords. I see people that still use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or password. People are still doing that. You need to make your password as difficult as possible so that a hacker is not able to get on your computer. When you use strong passwords, the password should be at least, and a lot of places are requiring that the passwords have at least 8 letters or more. but also they're also requiring that you have capital letters, lowercase letters, numbers, symbols. All of those things make for a strong password. You know, these hackers have these programs that they can figure out your password very easily, especially when it's an easy password. So you have to make it as difficult for them.
When is what? EDC.
You talking to me?
Yes, you said when it is an EDC password. What did you say?
I said easy.
Easy. Okay, easy password. Okay.
You don't want to use easy passwords. Earlier in the semester, when the semester first started, teachers were complaining that the laptops, the passwords for the laptops were too difficult for students to use. And I'm like, it's difficult at the beginning, but show them over and over how to do it, and eventually they will get it. But the teachers wanted easy passwords. And I don't know if you know this, I don't know if I should be spreading this, but the school has been hacked already.
Yeah, every organization.
The school has been hacked. But yet teachers are asking for easy passwords for students. No, students are not that incompetent that they're not going to be able to learn a password. I think we need to give students a little more credit than that. But you need to remember that. Use strong passwords and try to change your passwords often. And if you have the option to use what they call that, authentication.
Authentication, yeah. Two-way authentication.
Repeat that?
Two-way authentication. 2 ways.
Right. So that when you log in, they send a code to your phone, and then you have to take that code and enter it before you can log in.
Can I say something, Ms. Yolanda? Especially when you use your account, your personal information with email, and when you go out with public Wi-Fi, you have to be careful this one, because when you use small, easy password, the hackers just hack easily. Especially look, for example, my name, first name, and 1, 2, 3, or my name and my birthday. It's easy for them to hack. In addition, as information, in my day work, for almost 2 months, 3 months, the hacker took the organization, the big organization, all information. Then we didn't, just clock in for 2, 3 months because of the hacker took everything. So this kind of problem happen on our life. We need to be careful. Thank you, Ms. Yolanda.
Thank you. So that's very important. You want to make your password as difficult as possible. And they have these programs. A lot of students are using, let me finish this. A lot of students are using, when you enter your password and then when a box shows up asking you if you want to save if you want either the browser or whatever program to save your password.
Yes.
I used to say no to that. But now I'm realizing that if we are using we shouldn't be using the same password for everything. So if we are using different password for different logins, it's very difficult to remember it all unless you write it down. And that's not a good idea to write it down. So I'm thinking about, I don't want to use the Google. I don't want to use the Microsoft. I want to pay a subscription for a password providing company to save all my passwords. That's what I'm going to do. So when I try to log in, I don't have to try to log in over and over and over because I forgot which password did I create for this one. Oh, and then keep on trying and trying and trying. And some places block you from continuing because you can't remember your password. So I'm thinking about either buying a subscription or doing something like that for my passwords. And especially now with Russia.
Yeah.
And all they want to do now, they can't or they won't attack us with the way they are attacking Ukraine, but they can attack us in the cyber world. They can attack us on the internet easily because too many people are not conscious about changing their passwords frequently or using strong passwords. And people are not conscious about not clicking on anything. I don't click on anything that comes in email or any kind of message. I do not click because you might think that it's your sister, your brother, a friend sending you this because it says their name, it has their name. So you think it's them that are asking you to do it. And then you find out they didn't send it. A hacker sent it. So I don't click on anything that's asking me to click on something. I don't. I delete it immediately. Somebody wanted to say something, I'm sorry.
I think I did.
No, I was thinking about DC Healthy. I think one company took the all information from DC Healthy, and he sent email to everybody to be careful because one company took the information from DC Healthy.
Did you change your password when they told you?
I changed some, but I didn't change everything.
You know, they got that information.
Easily, yeah.
Yes.
If they hacked it, they got all of that information.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to change everything.
Okay.
Not just some. Okay, Kokobi, could you continue, please?
Okay, so deactivate, cancel, or delete account that you no longer use. Have a credit card to use only online. Do the same with email.
Okay, the reason I put that, have a credit card to use only online. So you have that credit card specifically for when you go online and you want to purchase something. But it's limited, the amount of money, the limit on that card. You don't want it to have a high limit. You want a very low limit so that anyone that hacks it can't get too much money from it. Although if it's a credit card and you get hacked and they order stuff with your credit card number, the credit card will won't charge you for it. Still, do your best to prevent that. So when you have a credit card just for online stuff, it won't affect your money, right? The same with emails. Use another email account when you go, you go to these websites and they want an email, and then they get your email and then they start sending you all kind of junk email. If you have an email specifically for that, I mean, not for important things, but for other things that are not as important, have a separate email that you use, and then they'll send all the junk email to that email, and they won't be filling up your email inbox with junk. Okay, continue.
Know your privacy settings online and choose who sees what you post and share. Keep your software up to date.
Very important. You have to keep your software up to date. If your computer is not set up to update automatically, you need to set it up to update automatically. Because if a virus is going around and your computer is not up to date, because let's say you have decided that you're only going to update once a week. So before the update, the virus comes around and it's hitting all the computers. And because you are waiting until the end of the week to update your computer, you don't get the update necessary to fight that virus. So when that happens, you end up losing all your stuff on your computer. So it makes more sense to make sure that your updates are automatic. You can always ask the computer to tell you when it's going to update, and you can choose to allow certain updates and not others, but make it automatic. Any questions? Okay. So you have homework, page 8, exercise number 3. What is one way to enhance or improve your digital footprints online? What kinds of things can happen to you when you or others post negative information about you online? And number 3, why do you think that it is important to read the privacy policies of social media networking platforms before you join them? Very important. Okay, so we're going to read this one page and then we're going to watch a video. So let's see. Mekonnen, could you please read, let's see, what page is this? Page 9.
Okay. Cookies, another type of digital.
Read the title.
HTTP cookies. HTTP cookies. Another type of digital footprint that is very widespread and widespread and affects everyone online are cookies. Cookies are small files that websites save on the computer of the person visiting it. Cookies help browsers keep track of your visit and activities on the website. Cookies do different things. Some cookies keep track of preferences you select during visits. For example, if you choose to view the website, if you choose to view the website in America,
in
or
Amharic,
in Amharic, or view that weather for a specific
view the weather
for a specific location. A cookie will ensure that your language, preference, and weather choice
Miss Yolanda, sorry, okay?
will display every time you visit the site.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Yes. Oh, you have to go? Oh, okay. Continue, please.
Okay. Some cookies keep track of items you place in the shopping cart when you are ordering things online. Otherwise, the items would disappear from the shopping cart every time you clicked on a link on the website. Cookies also keep a record of all things you have ordered in the past, as well as those things you have searched for on the site.
So it's telling you here that cookies are important. They are needed so that all the things that we do online, we can do it nice and easily. Continue.
There are many different type of cookies. Season cookies are used.
Session
cookies are used only when you are on the website. Once you leave the website, the cookies is deleted. Tracking cookies are using long time to record all your.
Read that again. Start that again.
Okay. Tracking cookies are used long term to record all your visit to the website. Authentication. Cookies keep track of your login information, username and password. Third-party cookies are not from the website you are visiting. Instead, those cookies are placed on you. These cookies are placed on your computer by advertisers that display an index on the
display ads.
Display and index.
Display ads.
Display ads. Okay, ads on the website you are visiting. The third-party cookies can this third-party cookies can then track your visits to any website that has an ad from this advertising website. Cookies only contain information that the user has provided and information obtained from items the user clicked on while visiting the website. No other information is collected from the user's computer.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's watch another video. Tonight is video night. Okay. And by the way, class, I have a whole bunch of videos in the your digital footprints folder in Schoology. So you can come here and take some time to view them. Oh, and there's a movie here. There's a movie at the very top. What's the name of this movie? What is it? Reasons, the digital. The Social Dilemma. It says movie. And the name is The Social Dilemma. It's very interesting. Whenever you have an hour and a half to spare, it would be nice to watch that.
Most of us think of Google as a search engine.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me slow down the speech because he's talking very fast. Do you see how I slow down the speech? I come here, right below this line. I come here to this thing right here, and it will tell you its settings. You click on it, you go to playback speed. The playback speed, the default is normal. So when you click on that, the top above normal slows it down. Below normal makes it go faster. So I'm going to slow it down just a little bit to 0.75. Okay.
Most of us think of Google as a search engine, but it's also an ad agency.
Let me start that again. Hear that carefully. Listen to this carefully, what he just said.
Most of us think of Google as a search engine, but it's also an ad agency. Hi there, I'm Jeremy Clark, a professor at the Concordia Institute for Information Systems Engineering. Today we're going to demystify internet cookies. So all of you have certainly heard about the delicious types of cookies, and most of you have heard about internet cookies. To help understand this concept, I'm going to tell you a little story about Alice. So let's say that Alice gets a brand new tablet. She opens the box, turns it on for the very first time. At this point, she's completely anonymous. She decides she wants to go and find some boots to buy. So she goes over to Google, and at this point, a cookie's born. Think of a cookie as a serial number that websites assign to their users to track them around their platform. As Alice looks through her search results, she notices a pair of boots from her favorite shoe store and clicks on the link. By default, a cookie from one website can't follow you onto another website. However, Alice's
Let me repeat that.
store and clicks on the link. By default, a cookie from one website can't follow you onto another website.
Okay, so a cookie from one website. So let's say you are on Target.com. They have their cookies there on their website. Those cookies that they have there on their website cannot follow you to Home Depot. Home Depot has its own cookies. Home Depot cookies can't follow you to the Walmart website. Okay.
However, Alice's favorite shoe company, like most of the top million websites, has a business relationship with Google. This allows Google's cookie to follow Alice through the virtual doors of the shoe store.
Okay. So although Target website, Walmart website Home Depot website, although their cookies can follow you to another website. Google. I'm not sure if it's Google Chrome or if it's Google. So I'm not sure if it's Google Chrome, the browser, or if it's Google, the search engine. I'm not sure which one. They have cookies. That's what he's telling you here. Google has cookies that will follow you from one website to the other website. Let me do that again.
By default, a cookie from one website can't follow you onto another website. However, Alice's favorite shoe company, like most of the top million websites, has a business relationship with Google. This allows Google's cookie to follow Alice through the virtual doors of the shoe store, like a little digital stalker. Alice gets bored of looking for boots, so she decides to go over to a message board to chat about her favorite show, Black Mirror. On the message board, she sees an ad for the exact boots she was just looking at. So what's going on here? Most of us think of Google as a search engine, but it's also an ad agency. The chat room in this case has outsourced its ads to Google. And because Google has a cookie that followed Alice from the search page to the shoe site and now to the message board, it knows exactly what ads it can serve to Alice that she's likely to click on.
So, Google is a search engine, but it's also an advertising company. And Google creates relationships with the top 1 million websites so that they can place their ads on your computer. So it's not the websites that are placing those ads on your computer. It's Google.
On the link. By default, a cookie from one website can't follow you onto another website. However, Alice's favorite shoe company, like most of the top million websites, has a business relationship with Google. This allows Google's cookie to follow Alice through the virtual doors of the shoe store, like a little digital stalker. Alice gets bored of looking for boots, so she decides to go over to a message board to chat about her favorite show, Black Mirror. On the message board, she sees an ad for the exact boots she was just looking at. So what's going on here? Most of us think of Google as a search engine, but it's also an ad agency. The chat room in this case has outsourced its ads to Google. And because Google has a cookie that followed Alice from the search page to the shoe site and now to the message board, it knows exactly what ads it can serve to Alice that she's likely to click on. Using cookies in this way is prevalent on the modern web. Of the million most popular websites, Google can trace you across about 50 to 80% of them, while Facebook can track you across a third. Now, all of this may sound very scary. You should know that cookies are primarily used for advertising. However, there are more nefarious uses. For example, websites have started selling digital dossiers to political campaigns for micro-targeting. Now, you may be wondering
what they mean by digital dossiers. Remember I talked to you about folders that they keep for each person in these digital file cabinets? That's what they mean by dossier. A dossier is like a resume, has all your information on it. And what he means by nefarious is something that's bad. Okay.
To click on. Using cookies in this way is prevalent on the modern web. Of the million most popular websites, Google can trace you across about 50 to 80% of them, while Facebook can track you across a third. Now, all of this may sound very scary. You should know that cookies are primarily used for advertising. However, there are more nefarious uses. For example, websites have started selling digital dossiers to political campaigns for micro-targeting. Now, you may be wondering what you can do to stop this. The truth is, it's pretty much impossible to live a cookie-free existence, as cookies also serve practical functions that make the web easier to use. However, there are some small tweaks you can make to your browser settings to help protect your privacy. First, you should disable third-party cookies. Second, you should enable Do Not Track, which prevents companies that are compliant with Canadian law from using cookies to trace you. The third thing you might use is private browsing mode, which gives you a fresh identity, sort of like when Alice turned on her new tablet for the first time. This is why digital privacy is such an important issue moving forward. And that's how the cookie crumbles.
So everyone go to your browsers right now. We're gonna go to, if you're using Google, we're gonna go to the Google settings. So go to your browsers, and on the right side of the address bar, click those three dots. The three dots, the three vertical dots, click on it. Then go down to the bottom of that list and look for settings. Click on settings. On the left, you want privacy and security. Privacy and security.
Excuse me, would you repeat this?
Open your Google Chrome browser.
Yes.
To the right of the address bar,
yes,
there are three dots. Click on the three dots.
Yes.
Then look for settings and click on it.
Setting. Okay.
Once you get the setting web page, on the left side, click on privacy and security. So this is where you do all of privacy and security on the left.
No, I see sync is positive.
Did you click settings?
Yes.
What do you see on the left side?
Yeah, yes, I see. I see it.
Okay. So here is where you can clear your browsing data. If you click on that, you can click your browsing history, clears history, including in the search box. Cookies and other site data signs you out of most sites. You'll stay signed into your Google account so your sync data can be cleared. Cached images and files. Cached means things that are saved in a folder somewhere. So freeze up less than 229 megabytes. Some items may load more slowly on your next visit. So when you clear your browsing data, when you return to websites, you have to type everything in because you browsed all, you cleared all the browsing data. So it's not there anymore. And that's why they use cookies, so that when you log in, you enter just one letter and you get to enter and it enters your full username. You enter your password, you go to your page, and it takes you to, it has information of things that you ordered 10 years ago. And that's because of cookies. So you can clear all of this data, but I'm not telling you to clear it. Okay, let's go back. So you have a basic and an advanced. Let me see what the advanced says. Browsing history, download history, cookies, and other site data, cached images and files, passwords, and other sign-in data. Ooh, autofill, okay. So how do I get back? Okay, just click cancel.
Cancel.
Click cancel so we can go back. So below clear browsing data, you have privacy guide. Review key privacy and security controls. So click on that. It's gonna take you someplace else. So if you click next, it will take you someplace else, but we're not gonna click next. Whenever you have time, you can click next and read all about it. Go back up right below the search bar and click the arrow to the left of privacy guide. Click that arrow and we go back to this page. Then below privacy guide, we have cookies and other site data. Click that. So
privacy sandbox. I have privacy sandbox.
I said click cookies and other site data.
Okay.
So here you have general settings. You can allow all cookies. You can block third-party cookies in incognito. And to tell you the truth, I never thought that third-party cookies could follow you in incognito. I thought it was incognito. Incognito means that nobody knows who you are. But they have, you can block third-party cookies in incognito. I didn't know there were third-party cookies in incognito. And then the third one, block third-party cookies. So let's read about that. Sites can use cookies to improve your browsing experience. For example, to keep you signed in or to remember items in your shopping cart. The next one, sites can't use your cookies to see your browsing activity across different sites. So remember, that guy was saying that a website can't send its cookies to another website. Only Google can have that third-party cookie that will follow you from website to website to website to website. Only Google can do that, right? So let me read this again. Sites can't use your cookies to see your browsing activity across different sites. For example, to personalize ads. Features on some sites may not work. So a lot of times I go to certain sites because I have blocked third-party cookies because I don't want any cookies following me from one website to the next. But there are times when I go to certain places that they won't allow me to do anything because they need third-party cookies for me to get done what I have to get done. So I have to come back here and click allow all cookies, do what I have to do, then come back here and block third-party cookies. So that's what I have to do sometimes. Now, you do not want to block all cookies because you won't be able to do anything online if you block all cookies. You can clear cookies and cite data when you close all windows. Send do not track requests with your browsing traffic. Okay. So those are the most important things. How to block third-party cookies so Google don't have those cookies. What did that guy say in the video? Stalkers, cookie stalkers, stalking you from one web page to another web page. I forgot I was going to say something. I forgot what I wanted to say. So you can close the settings window. You can close that. Any questions? Any questions? Any comments?
Yeah, based on
And
this.
finally,
Go ahead.
I say finally, we don't have to block cookies. You will have to allow always to get cookies.
You can block third-party cookies.
But you have to come back if you want to do something somewhere else.
Right, right. But I prefer to keep going back, and rather than to have these third-party cookies saving all my information and selling it. Because that's what they do with your information. They sell it. Remember, they said Google is an ad agency. They take the ads from these websites and they place it on everything you have. They place it on your phone. They place it on all the websites that you go to. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what you answer my question.
Oh, okay, that's good.
How does they sell our information? It is because they have let's say a relationship, one website with the other side, and they sign something between them and they sell. Oh, yes. That's horrible. And it's true. It happened to me. For example, I see something in one web page, a boot. No, let's say a bed. And I don't buy it on that one. Then when I open another one, I see the same one that I saw on that one. And I ask myself, that's why I was so, oh my goodness. I thought that was magical. It isn't.
Google. 92% of internet users use Google search engine and Google browser. They have business arrangements with the top 1 million websites. Business arrangements with the top 1 million websites. Think about all that money they make. They can live without my information. They don't need my information to have breakfast tomorrow. They're getting enough and more than enough.
Mhm.
Any other comments?
I just want to say thank you, Miss Yolanda. This is very, very important. Thank you.
Miss Yolanda.
Yes.
The Google people, they say every penny counts. Even your own, you say it's little, they need it.
Exactly. That's for
So that's why probably YouTube give gift to people that use to speak, you know, to make these videos. And as many people goes into and like the video, then they send a gift to the owner of the video. Is that a business? For example, if I make a video on YouTube and many people watch the video and like it, YouTube is going to send me a gift saying that you are #1 on YouTube, something like that.
And they pay you.
Pay you, yeah. Thank you, Mr.
But that's because of the advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pay you.
Because you are advertising your videos. They'll break your videos up into different parts and show advertisements in between the video as the video is going.
By the way,
So
I have a question.
if they have 1 million people,
Hold on, Gloria.
if they have 1 million people watching your video, that's 1 million people that they can have purchase whatever they are selling. That's why you have all of these YouTubers who are millionaires.
Oh, wow.
It's because of the advertising.
Let's do that.
Yes, come on, everyone become a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yes, I can do
Make
it.
that big money.
Yes, it is true, Miss Yolanda. It is true.
What?
Wait, what you say is everybody's having the YouTube. They pay them. They are rich now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get 1 million, if you get 1 million viewers, yes.
The number of
Go
viewers
ahead,
determined.
Gloria.
Who is the owner of this YouTube? Because it doesn't make sense. Well, I am making some blah, 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 and the man is paying me.
Who owns YouTube? Who owns YouTube, class? Google.
Google. Ah, Google.
Oh.
Google owns YouTube.
What?
Yeah, the Google company.
Yeah, the Google company must be.
Yeah, Google company.
I didn't understand.
What? What?
Where were you?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
What, Hadi? What did you say?
I didn't
She
listen.
don't understand.
Don't understand what?
No, you
What we
said
are talking about.
no. I'm not. I understand the million people who watch your video, but the last sentences you make.
The owner of YouTube. The owner of YouTube is Google.
Ah, okay.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's easy to create the
YouTube
Google on a YouTube account.
YouTube,
So,
okay.
and the number of viewers can determine how much you get your money. They pay you because they
How can you
get
get
information.
payment?
You said what?
How can you get payment? There is no option.
You have to agreement between them and you. Because sometimes they block your, if that video is unnecessary, or some you took from somebody, they immediately close your everything. And
YouTube, yeah.
There is number limit.
They have restrictions, I think.
Restrictions.
I know.
Yes.
Yes, they have restriction. If
That's
you
good
are
word.
about the restriction, they say that that what you have in video is not sufficient or what competent for the community, and they close it.
But there is a lot of false information on YouTube.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
think they
that
care
is.
always.
You're right, Kokobe. Yes.
Yeah.
That yes.
Yeah, Google is a sell information, right? Who buy our information? Because
what?
It's
who buy
You're not
your
understanding
information?
what you're saying, Elias. Repeat that.
yeah, is Google is sell our information, right?
No, YouTube.
I mean, no. My question is before Google. Google is sell our information. You said that.
They all do, not just Google.
Yeah, who buy our information?
Look it up and let us know tomorrow.
The public.
Yes.
Public.
No, look it up.
Okay.
Each one of you look it up and let's talk about it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And we the one give our information intentionally and intentionally, right?
Yes.
Very interesting. We should have this class at the beginning of the course.
I know.
They didn't want me to do this. They wanted me to have Word at the beginning of the
Oh my
semester.
goodness.
I said, no, no, no. We have to have Windows at the beginning of the semester.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord.
And then I had, after Windows, I had this. And then they said, no, 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 no. We want you to have Word at the beginning of the semester. I said, no, I will not.
Yeah, but this is all matter, like entirely using about computer information and security in order to learn about every single thing about computer. So it makes a sense, should be first than anything else.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay. So think about that, do your search, let us know tomorrow.
Right.
Any other questions before we leave for the evening?
Watch the movie
Watch the
Oh,
movie.
yes.
tonight before
Yeah,
go sleep.
charge your computer.
It's really
For tomorrow.
interesting, that movie. You learn even more.
I'll bring my computer tomorrow. My computer only have Google. Can you believe that?
What do you mean?
Because I pay for Best Buy. I pay for annually for I'll let you know tomorrow. I don't remember how to say the word now, but for maintenance, something like that. So they do that remotely and they charge every year.
Security and maintenance.
Norton Security, or there are names. So you pay for it monthly or yearly.
Yearly.
So to be secure or whatever.
Okay.
It's Norton, I guess. The name.
Norton.
So if you don't let them to sell your information, they will take money from you in another way.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Thank you, Miss Yolanda.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yolanda, have a nice
See you tomorrow,
evening.
okay?
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, okay.
Bye.
Miss Yolanda, I have IT. I'm going to go now because he's waiting for me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Abebe is waiting for me because
Oh.
my email is not working.
Oh, no.
What happened? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Yolanda.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Okay.